Back to the 90s, baby.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Hey guys, so today I'm going to show you how to make Big Beat in the style of Fatboy Slim and the Chemical Brothers. This is one of my how to produce in the style of series, and you can check out the other ones which are really popular in the styles of house and techno around this. And as usual, I'm doing all of this with the stock plugins in Ableton Live, but you can follow along in any DAW. A quick shout out to one of my masterclass students, Rodri, who hit number 27 in the Beatport chart earlier this week, so I'm fantastically proud of him. Excellent work, man, and I'm really pleased we've been able to help you get there with our masterclass. So without further ado, let's make some Big Beat. I'm not in my studio today, as you can see, so the microphone's rubbish, but it's all about the tunes. That's what counts. If you enjoy it, please subscribe to the channel, smash like and share it, and without further ado, let's hop into the DAW and get it done. Okay, let's do it. This is how to make Big Beat in one take, no edits. Let's see what we do. Now, the most first important thing to do is, of course, get the tempo and name this bad boy. So I'm going to leave it at 123 BPM, and we are going to call this Uber Beats because it's a big beat. And I've actually done some crate digging earlier, so it's all about finding different tunes to take samples from, and that gives it that big beat vibe. So there are a couple of tunes. The first is the one where I'm going to get the actual sample itself, the music sample, and the other one is for the beats. So I've got this tune by the Isley Brothers, however it's pronounced. I turned you on, so let's just drag that in. And the first thing we're going to do is find the samples that we want to use from the tune and just copy them to another track, kind of save them aside. So let's find the samples we want. It doesn't matter about the tempo yet, we're going to sort that in a minute. First, but the most important thing to do is find the samples and slice the loops at the exact point you want it to stop and start. So that would be the downbeat. So I'm going to take that. I hope it doesn't get flagged up as copyright, that would be annoying. And then that's where that loop ends. So that's the first music loop that we're going to use. So I'm just going to copy that onto another track. We'll use that in a minute. And let's find the second bit. And I want the vocals for the second bit. I'm actually going to, yeah, okay, that's good. I can't stop it. What a good. Cool. Okay, so this is the second bit we're going to use. This is going to be like the hook. What a good. From there. What a good feeling. And then we're going to take it to the end of that loop. Sock it to me. At the end of Sock It To Me. Okay, so now we've got our two loops. First thing to do with the first one is we need to now consolidate it. So if you double click and you go into that sample, you can see it's actually still part of the whole tune. So we don't want that, we just want that loop, so we can press Command and J, and now you can see it's consolidated, so it's just that. And now we need to get it in sync with the track. So in Ableton 10 and 11, and I'm doing this in Ableton 10 by the way, because I know not all of you guys have got Ableton 11 yet. But if you hover over the end and hold Shift, you can like time stretch it. So we're going to drag it back, and then that's now going to be in sync with the track. So if we turn on the metronome, we should hear it's pretty much in sync. And we can choose, let's see. Let's tweak the loop a little bit. No, that should be right, but we're going to change it to Complex Pro because it sounds better with bass. Cool, so that is our little bass loop, but now let's get the other loop that we worked with earlier, bring it down, and we need to do the same thing with that. Now, there is an issue with that, isn't there? Because it starts there. What a good feeling. So we need to get the feeling is the first beat of the bar. So what a good. There's the downbeat. Feeling. So we need to make sure that comes in. What a good. which would be about there, I think.
What a good.
Yep.
What a good feeling.
So we need to drag that over, probably, whoops, consolidate it, of course. Now we can drag it over, holding shift. So that should now be in sync.
What a good feeling. A great sensation. You and me, baby.
But it's in beat, so that's weird, so let's change it to Complex Pro.
What a good feeling. A great sensation. You and me, baby. A good combination. Suck it to me.
Cool. So they're our main kind of musical elements, and you don't have to have it perfectly in time because it gives it that nice big beat feel. So next thing we're going to do is get the beat go in there. So we're going to delete the main track. Let's call this music, color it blue, the natural color of music. And then we are going to find another tune with a beat in it and use that as a breakbeat. So I'm going to use a track by The Time, a bit later than the Isley Brothers. Or Isley Brothers. I should have looked up how to pronounce them. So that would be The Time. Isley Brothers. Isley Brothers. Isley Brothers. Isley Brothers. Okay, here's the tune.
1, 2, 3.
Somebody
Somebody bring me a piece of chicken.
So we can kind of take that in and cut it up to make it out into our own beat. We're not just going to rip it wholesale. So great digging back in the day would have been going into record shops, flipping through the vinyl, listening to it in the shop, selecting the samples that you want, and then recording those vinyls into your sampler. But we can do it so quickly now with modern software. Definitely having that drum intro. That is fat. So that's just a separate aside. So you kind of skip through the track, find out the bits you like. Let's create a track called Beats. That's our main breakbeat. And let's just drag the intro up to there because we're definitely going to use that.
Black.
Yeah, so this is going to be our main beat from here. So again, it's important to get that first downbeat. And that's the beat, and we're going to cut it up in a sec, and I'm going to show you some really cool stuff. So that's the end of that loop. And again, you can consolidate it, Command and J, drag it onto our beats, and it's almost in sync with the track. We have to actually drag it slightly that way. Cool, so that's our loop, but let's chop it up a bit, and we can delete this other stuff because we only want the beats from that track. Let's get rid of that, don't need the bass. We might use these to augment the beat, so I'm not going to delete those MIDI tracks yet. And let's zoom in, and working with the 8th, so the grid on the 8th, that means there's 8 sections to each bar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They might be set to 16ths, we'll hear in a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, no, actually 16ths is the one you want. So now we can take something like the... We can take just the kick, if we don't want that organ stab. And we can take the snare, take a 16th of it, and then we can put it just before the next beat, and it's going to give us that break beat, kind of funky drummer feel. And then we're going to pause this second beat here. We're going to put a little delay in it, like so. It's cool. So now we've got this cool funky drummer. Really quickly. Kind of like that Ooh La La song by the Wise Guys. So we've got a fat beat there, and we've got the intro. So let's bring this all together and see what we got. I'm actually going to bring... Oh no, we've already got that. So with this loop here, I want to make it not use it just as it is. I'm going to chop this up too to get that hook.
What a good feeling, a great sensation.
Yeah, just what a good feeling, a great sensation. That's a cool little hook there.
What a good feeling,
I'm just going to loop that.
a great sensation. What a good baby.
So I can just kind of loop that bit like so.
Feeling, what a good feeling, a great sensation. What a good feeling.
But I don't want the scream to come yet because it's a bit weird. So I'm just going to loop that little bit.
What a good feeling. What a good feeling. A great sensation. What a good feeling. A great sensation. Suck it to me.
Cool. So
feeling. A great sensation.
So we're going to repeat it through.
What a good feeling. A great sensation. What a good feeling. A great sensation. What a good feeling. A great sensation. You and me, baby. A good combination. Suck it to me.
And then suck it to me. And that could be when it goes into the breakbeat on its own. So let's just kind of arrange this a bit as we go. So now we've got this intro, this drum intro we got. Let's just copy it. Don't know if it's in the right timing. No, we need to get that in the right timing as well, don't we? So, boom. So that would be that beat hitting there. So we can stretch it slightly. Whoops. We need to consolidate it. I forgot to consolidate it. Now I can stretch it. There we go. And now that's perfectly in time. So let's take that beat, put it as our intro, and here we go.
What a good feeling, a great sensation. What a good feeling, a great sensation. What a good feeling, a great sensation. You and me, baby, a good combination.
Oh, and yeah, the sock it to me bit, that could be the main hook as well. Well, that bit we've just done could be the verse. The next bit, let's get the main hook. And we're going to add a 303 in a sec as well, a TB 303. So let's go back to that Isley Brothers tune. Isley Brothers tune. Isley. Okay, I turned you on. And let's get to that sock it to me bit, because I really like that.
Sock it to me. I can't stop a nation. Sock it to me.
That bit there.
Sock.
So let's get that bit.
Sock it to me. Sock it to me.
There we go. Sock it to me. You have to get right on that beat.
Sock it to me. Sock it to me. Sock it to me.
And then end on the beat. On the next beat, which is there. So now we've got our little socket to me loop. Again, consolidate it. And then make sure it's in time. Like drag it back. I think this has to be Complex Pro, otherwise it'll sound weird. Cool. So now we can drag that back over. I know what we can do, actually. What we can do is we can take this... Yeah. Let's have a look. Here we go. We can just filter out the bass for that bit. And then let's put our little drum intro there again to lead into that main kind of thingy. I'm just going off the fly on this, guys, so we're gonna see how it ends up. And then we can go back into that. And what we're going to do with this socket to me bit is perhaps filter out the bass. So I'm just going to put an EQ, but we'll use an auto filter. And what we can do is select it to high pass. let's call this high pass, and then we're just going to automate this on when it gets to that socket to me bit. Or we could just leave the bass on. Funky as hell. And that's just like 2 tracks we got, guys, and you can hear it's pretty much a big beat track already. We don't want to overdo it, but we're going to add in some bloops and whistles, technical terms. Let me know if you're enjoying this so far. Give me a hell yeah or an amen brother in the comments below, because you know I love that shiz. Lets me know you like what I'm doing and you find it interesting. That lets me know. So after you obviously subscribe to the channel, I'm going to create a 303, and that is going to be using the analog synth, because I want to do this just using the Ableton Live plugins. So let's throw it on, and I'm going to create a kind of 303 loop type thing. So first thing to do is find out what kind of key this track is in. You could look it up, you could just Google search it. Isley Brothers, the track name and then the key. But I'm just going to do it by ear, like an absolute boss. Okay, that just sounds like home. So let's just do a really simple 303 type sound. Now I'm going to do this with a pitch bend rather than programming the notes in. So I'm going to go to the global settings and choose pitch bend range 12, so that it bends a whole octave when I program in the pitch bend. Now again, I'm used to using Ableton 11 now, but you can still do this perfectly well in earlier versions. It's just I want you to be able to download this, and I know that not everyone has got Ableton 11 yet. And now you're here. When it pitch bends down, it's going to drop a whole octave. Boom. So let's just make that slightly shorter, the note. Even that's kind of cool. I might just kind of do that. And then have it syncopated, so it's like playing on a polygon. So it sounds like, yeah, it's a regular pattern, this syncopated pattern, but you'll hear it make sense when the beat comes in. So that syncopation just keeps that groove rolling along. Now let's make this sound a bit more 303. Obviously it's not sounding much like one at the moment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw a overdrive distortion unit on there. Distort the hell out of this bad boy. Now I'm going to take the frequency down and pump the resonance up on that filter. Instant 303. Nice. So now let's have a listen to it. We're going to just bring that in when it gets to the like a particular part. I think we'll get it in when he starts going on about socket to him.
What a good feeling, a great sensation. What a good feeling, a great sensation.
In fact, I'm just going to keep going because I want to do this quickly for you. I'm loving this already. So let's get some effects in there, just some random effects, because that's big beat, you know. It's a combination of sampling, synths, and yeah, it's a beautiful time in music. Just weird, crazy effects you could do like that. So let's use a really cool auto pan effect, which I like to do, which might, you know, it might blow your mind. If it does, then I can't take responsibility for that. You have been warned. It won't blow your mind. It's all right. It's not amazing, but it's pretty cool. So I'm going to pump the rate up, and actually I showed one of my masterclass students this on a call yesterday to help him. So it's about modular, it's about, I'm doing this with pan, and I'm going to adjust the rate, which will give you a very cool effect. I think this is the first time I've shown you guys this, so check this effect out.
What a good feeling, a great sensation. What a good feeling, a great sensation. Ah, you and me, baby, a good combination. Ah, suck it to me,
Dum, ba-da-da-da-da-dum. I might actually change the notes here. Bum, ba-da-da-da-da-da. So because it's warped, I can transpose it now. So we could change the key as well.
a good combination. Ah, suck it to me. Suck it to me.
Now the bass is. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Suck it to me. Suck it to me.
1, 2, 3. I might have something kind of fun there. So I'm going to go to Loopcloud for this, and I'm going to, I don't know how I'm going to find this. I'm just going to look in counting. Is that a thing? And vocals. This.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, that's a bit EDM-y.
Country boy tell by the slang and the walk.
No, that's not counting.
1, 2, 3, 4.
That sounds, I feel like I may have just been possessed by the Satan himself. I've just been assaulted by all sorts of gnarly sounds. I just need a simple countdown, mate.
Made it, double up, made it.
Okay, right. I'll use the first one I found.
5, 4, 3.
No. Where was the first one? This one.
1, 2, 3, 4.
It's a bit EDM, but at least it's not Satan, which is, you know, a plus. So I'm going to press buy, and I'm going to drag that in. And if you want to help the channel and you want to try Loopcloud for free, there's an affiliate link below this video. Obviously, no obligation to use that, but it does help me out, and I appreciate it. So let's stick that countdown in, and we're just going to do it at the end right there.
Suck it to me. Suck it to me. Suck it to me.
1, 2, 3, 4.
But we need this to be in time as well. So the 1 should be about there. And you can see it should be falling on the beat, which it's not yet. So we can consolidate it like so. I'll just bring that in.
1.
Consolidate it, and now I'm dragging it in until, and if you hold command as well, if you're using Mac, then you can take it off the grid. And now you can see each countdown is falling pretty much on the beat. It doesn't have to be perfectly in time with breakbeat. Big beat. That's kind of part of the charm.
4.
But we want this intro here again, the drum intro. So we're going to have it suddenly stop. Boom. One, two, three, like that.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, that's cool. All right, let's build it out a bit more. Uber beats.
What a good feeling, a great sensation. What a good feeling, a great sensation. What a good feeling.
Let's add some extra vocals, actually. Let's get our vocal on. That's not vocals. Let's go into Will's vocals. Classic rave hits. Yes, some samples that I grabbed ages ago. I'm not even going to be labeling stuff now. I'm going for it. I'm just going to keep it simple. I'm just going to do it like this. It's just a little bit of extra ear candy. Yeah, let's cut it.
What a good feeling, a great sensation. What a good feeling, a great sensation. What a good feeling, a great sensation. Ah, you and me, baby, a good combination. Ah, suck it to me, 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 suck it to me.
Great.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I think we'll take the bass out for this bit, so we will be putting this on. I'm just going as fast as I can, just for fun, just for the flow.
2, 3, 4.
Great. Okay, I'm going to add some delay to that, just to kind of get things bumping in our ears. So let's add a delay unit onto the aux channel, 100% wet, ping pong. Okay, now we're going to go into a different kind of break and a build-up. So we could go into a break and it's like this. Let's get another filter on there to go the opposite way. So now we're going to call this one LP for low pass, and we're only going to activate it in this kind of big second break. So let's turn this one on and take the filter down. That classic kind of filtered sound. And we can actually take out the bass as well, because that gives it more a break sound, you know, because then we can bring that bass in fully after the break. So let's get some effects just so we can get a bit of a break going on. Sweeps down, that sounds good to me. That sounds bad to me. That sounds mad to me. So let's get some maditude in there.
One, two,
break.
3, 4.
And that was quite a bizarre occurrence that happened to our ears just then. I think we can all agree on that. But what we might not agree on is how amazing it's about to sound. Okay, that may have been an exaggeration, but I am going to try and make it amazing. That's how we're going to just play with this sound that we've already got and just sound design it into something a bit more interesting by fading in some reverb. Which can then fade out. kind of like a custom made. And then, you know, you could fade in the old 303 like that as well for the build up. So we need to automate the filter frequency. So let's just take it right down for this build up. Let's keep that bit. All right, let's just finish this kind of build. Actually, I wasn't really planning to, and it's a bit rubbish, but let's make it better. 1, 2, 3, and we'll have the proper intro, you know, so we can go back into the drop. So let's just copy the main drop and paste it. Ow, that's really loud.
One, two, three, four.
Okay, I'm going to get a white noise sweep as well. So let's get that really quickly. FX. Oh, that's cool. I'll have that too.
One, two, three, four.
No, I like it with the bass more.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I know what to do. We're going to just take the filter up. So the bass filter's still going to be on, but it's going to be slightly less. Alright, what am I doing? What is going on? It's the high pass frequency that we need to be. That's right. Okay, I'm going to give you a little tip here. First, let's get the white noise riser in. And this is a bit like rough around the edges, but you know, it's Big Beat, baby. It's all about the vibe. Fun party times. So let's bring this riser in. Do 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 do. And let's get a long one. Yeah, there we go. Nice long build. But with this music, we're also going to add in another element to just make it a bit more interesting in the break. And what we're going to use is a flanger. Now in Ableton 11, the flanger and the phaser are kind of both in the same unit, which is great. So let's put it before there so that some of the low frequencies are filtered out. And we're just going to turn it on in the break, like so. And the break starts there, I believe. Wrong instrument. Flanger on. So we just make sure it goes on just for the break.
1, 2.
And then we're going to use LFO to modulate it.
What a good feeling, a great sensation. You and me, baby, a good combination.
We're also going to take the volume of it down just for the break as well, because we want it to be quieter and a bit more airy. So we could put a utility on with a little volume cut and just turn it off when the countdown happens.
Suck it to me. Suck it to me. Suck it to me.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So you can hear now the phaser is kind of going.
A great sensation. What a good feeling. A great sensation. What a good feeling. A great sensation. You and me, baby. A good combination. Suck it to me.
We could even add an echo just for that. I'm almost really finished, guys. It's happened again. I got carried away. What can I say? Let's add a bit of an echo here. That's really cool, actually. I love the echo. It's just what it needed. So I'm going to stick that on just for the break. Let's listen to our break then.
2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, so that's cool. Something like that. It's gone a bit crazy with the levels. And we need to make sure our all these effects turn off at the end of the break. That's essential. And then the high pass filter we also want to be turning off. High pass device on. Otherwise there won't be any bass in there.
1, 2, 3, 4.
A great sensation. What a good feeling. A great sensation. What a good feeling. A great sensation. You and me, baby. A good combination. Suck it to me. 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 Suck it to me.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Cool, so there you go, guys. That is my foray into big beats. I really hope you've enjoyed this. I'm not sure if I can let you download this actually because of the samples and stuff. I probably won't then, alas, alack and alay. What I will do is say that if you want to learn about mixing, which I haven't really showed you anything about in this video, you can download my mixing guide completely free below this video. I'd love to share this project with you, but as I say, I can't really be sharing copyrighted music around the place. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Until next time, thanks for watching, cheers and happy producing.
1, 2, 3, 4.
a great sensation. What a good, good feeling. A great sensation.